Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, still in the series When Things Go Wrong. And we want to take a turn, Adam, into what could be hormonal issues, but a lot of people will bring up a topic like, hey, my hair is getting thinner or falling out, or, my skin has these dry patches, or, something else. And somebody like you, a coach who it does keep your finger on the pulse of a lot of these health complications, would instantly say, yeah, that may be because of what's kind of a list that you go through, Adam?
Yeah, the first thing would probably be simply vitamins. Maybe what are they deficient in? And specifically with like hair loss, vitamin B12, iron. You could even have low vitamin D could be an issue. With men, we see this if they're using DHT compounds, they could be losing their hair just based on that. So that could be a big issue. And then continuing on in hormones, just having low thyroid, low estrogen, or low progesterone could also be some issues that are attributing to that hair loss. One thing people, I think, forget is the stress of dieting alone, because you can even have people not dieting going through so much stress that they do start losing their hair as well. So the stress of dieting can impact that. And what people forget is this can even be impacted after the show because your body's still recovering from that stress. So it doesn't only happen in prep. It can start happening a couple months after. So I think getting blood work's key, seeing what markers are potentially low, seeing if there's maybe some, dare I say, malnutrition just because certain nutrients are low.
Okay. Well, I think you covered everything possible with that. So even a couple things that I probably would not have mentioned, but I love that you did start with vitamins because, we can all become deficient in things, especially as our nutrition status is decreased. We're not getting as many calories, but at the same time, a lot of things can be remedied just in terms of the macronutrient profile. So again, a lot of times, hair loss is because somebody is just way too low in dietary fat. There are even a lot of people who would say, just because of metabolic capacity and genetics, some people do better with a little bit of saturated fat, and then those problems go away. It's almost like, think of your dog's coat, healthy and shiny. What's the first thing a vet recommends? Adding a little fat to their food. But, you could be strategic, essential fatty acids, things like that with a lot of omega-3 can be much more helpful. Besides just instantly running to vitamins, look at the macro level before you look at the micro. And then, as you said, Adam, I can only echo your perfect articulation there of going from A to Z, literally asking your doctor for a blood chem profile just to see exactly, what you may be deficient in.
Absolutely. And, that's a tough one and is a scary one because especially with females, you just don't want to see that. One thing to explain to people, it's a genetic bell curve. You're probably going to work mostly with clients who are not on that bell curve where they have this issue, but you're going to have a few that do. And like you said, you can add some dietary fat for those clients that do struggle with this a little bit more. But a lot of it is, once dieting's over, letting your body reestablish homeostasis, and you're going to be in a much better spot. And I would say if it gets so severe, definitely pull the plug on your prep.
I will say all of these things that we're talking about are extremely rare in clients who are losing at an appropriate pace and they're not overtraining. It's the ones who are just pushing the envelope, trying to lose way too much too fast, and so they're overtraining, they're doing too much cardio, they're eating too few calories in general. Probably 99% of the people that would ever have these problems fall into that category.
Absolutely. The last girl that came to me with this issue, she had lost, I think it was 8 pounds 1 week, and then like 6 the next, which was just unreal. Obviously an ectomorph, but that did not agree with her body at all. So yeah, that's a great point that I forgot to mention is speed of dieting. Sometimes the length, when you get clients that have lost maybe 80 or 100 pounds, this can become more of a, where you're on that bell curve of having this issue as well.
Yep. Always got to make sure that you stay healthy and keep your goal in front of you in terms of it's not all about that particular date on the calendar. It's about your longevity in the sport and your ability to be your best. If you're just dieting that hard, then you're probably not going to be your best at that show anyway. So we got one more to wrap up, guys. Stay with us in Contest Prep University. We'll see you next time just to conclude this series, what to do when things go wrong.